Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Before starting the video, I request you to kindly support my channel. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Jazakallah. Let's start the video with the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. In a faraway land where vast deserts touch the sky, a remarkable story unfolds about Prophet Moses, peace be upon him, a man blessed with deep knowledge of divine laws and chosen by God. As he journeyed from Egypt to Palestine, he guided his people with wisdom that left them amazed. One day, while addressing his followers, someone asked him, "O Moses, who is the most knowledgeable person in the world?" Certain that no one knew more than a prophet, Moses confidently replied, "I am the most knowledgeable." However, God wanted to teach Moses a lesson in humility and show him that knowledge has no limits. To do this, he directed Moses to a special servant named Khidr, who had been granted a unique form of wisdom called ilm-i, divine knowledge. To find Khidr, Moses was instructed to carry a fish in a basket and follow it to the place where it would disappear. Accompanied by his devoted companion, Joshua, son of Nun, Moses set out on this journey. He entrusted Joshua with the task of watching over the fish and informing him if anything unusual happened. Eventually, they arrived at the point where two seas met, though they did not immediately recognize it as their destination. Weary from their travels, Moses rested under the shade of a rock. During this time, something miraculous occurred. The fish came to life and slipped into the water. However, Joshua, caught up in the moment, forgot to inform Moses. Later, when Moses asked Joshua for food, Joshua suddenly remembered and exclaimed, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. When we rested by that rock, the fish jumped into the sea." Realizing this was the sign they had been waiting for, Moses knew they had reached the place where they were meant to meet Khidr. Without delay, they retraced their steps back to the rock. It was there, at the divinely appointed meeting place, that Moses encountered Khidr and prepared to learn knowledge beyond ordinary understanding. What began with a mysterious fish at the meeting of two seas was only the start of a journey into the hidden depths of divine wisdom. Upon seeing Khidr wrapped in his robe, Moses greeted him with warmth. Khidr, surprised by the greeting, remarked, "Such words are unfamiliar in your land." Moses responded, "I am Moses." Curious, Khidr asked, "The Moses of the Israelites?" Moses confirmed, "Yes." Khidr then asked, "What do you seek?" Moses explained, "I came to learn the true knowledge that has been taught to you." Khidr responded, "Isn't the Torah and the revelations given to you sufficient? You possess knowledge taught by God, and I possess a different kind of knowledge given by God, which you do not know." Moses then pleaded to grasp the truth and always do the right thing. "Could you teach me some of your special knowledge? Would you allow me to follow you?" Khidr warned, "You won't be able to endure what happens when you're with me. How can you bear things when you don't understand their underlying reasons?" Determined to prove himself, Moses assured Khidr, "God willing, you will find me patient, and I will not question you about anything." Khidr, however, set a strict condition. "If you choose to accompany me, do not ask about anything until I explain it to you." Moses agreed, and the two set off on their journey. As they walked along the shore, they came across a boat. The crew, recognizing Khidr, welcomed them aboard without asking for payment. However, during the journey, Khidr suddenly removed a plank from the boat, damaging it. Shocked by what he saw, Moses immediately objected, saying, "Did you damage the boat to drown its passengers? This is a terrible act." Khidr calmly reminded him, "Did I not say that you would not be able to endure being with me?" Moses apologized. "Don't blame me for forgetting. Don't make things difficult for me." Then, a sparrow landed on the boat's edge, took a bit of water in its beak, and flew away. Watching this, Khidr told Moses, My knowledge and yours combined could only diminish God's knowledge as much as this sparrow's beak from the sea. They left the boat and continued on their journey. Along the way, they encountered a young boy. Without apparent reason, Khidr killed the boy. Shocked, Moses protested, "How could you kill an innocent child for no reason?" "You've done something very wrong," Khidr replied. "Didn't I tell you that you wouldn't be able to endure?" Realizing his repeated questioning, Moses said, "If I question you again, then do not keep company with me. I have no more excuses to offer." Thus, Moses sought forgiveness from Khidr for his inability to remain silent and patient. They continued on their way. Along the journey, they stopped by a village and asked the villagers for some food, but the people did not show them any hospitality. Meanwhile, Moses and Khidr saw a wall in the village that was about to collapse. Without hesitation, Khidr repaired the wall. After finishing, Moses was confused by Khidr's decision to help a community that had refused them hospitality. "Wouldn't it have been reasonable to ask for payment for this work?" Moses questioned. In response to Moses's repeated interventions, Khidr declared that it was time for them to part ways. He then began to reveal the true nature of their recent actions. "Let me explain the reasons behind those actions you couldn't patiently endure," Khidr said. "Remember the boat. It belonged to poor people who made their living from the sea. I damaged the boat because a cruel ruler was seizing every intact boat he saw. By making the boat appear unseaworthy, I wanted to prevent it from being taken, thus protecting the livelihood of those poor people. As for the boy I killed, his parents were believers. We feared that he would grow up to lead them toward disbelief and rebellion. We hoped that their Lord would replace him with a child more righteous and compassionate." Khidr continued. As for the wall that was about to collapse, it belonged to 2 orphans in the village. Beneath it was a treasure left by their virtuous father. The Lord wanted the orphans to find this treasure when they reached maturity, as a mercy from him. Therefore, I repaired the wall to protect the treasure until they could retrieve it themselves. Khidr then concluded, "All these deeds were not done of my own accord. This is the truth behind those actions you could not endure patiently." Through these experiences, Khidr taught Moses a profound lesson about divine wisdom and the hidden consequences of actions that may seem unjust at first glance. His explanations revealed that some truths in the universe surpass human reasoning, emphasizing that intellect alone is insufficient for understanding the deeper mysteries of life. This concept is illustrated through events that, while appearing irrational, are filled with divine wisdom. Such insights come from ilm-i, a special form of knowledge granted directly by God to his chosen servants. Unlike conventional learning, this wisdom is not acquired through study, but is bestowed upon those whose hearts and actions align with God's will. Despite being a great prophet, Moses humbled himself in pursuit of ilm-i, demonstrating that spiritual enlightenment is essential alongside intellectual knowledge. After recounting the story of Moses and Khidr, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, expressed his wish that Moses had shown greater patience, allowing for even more lessons to be revealed. This serves as a reminder of the value of learning from the experiences of God's righteous servants, fostering both spiritual and moral growth. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications to stay updated. Allah bless you all.